All right, welcome. Today, we're stepping into the grammar ring for a real showdown. We are pitting two tenses against each other that sound so similar, but trust me, they pack a very different punch. We're going to figure out what makes them tick and why picking the right one is so important. So, let's kick things off with a classic grammar puzzle. You see these two sentences. I've read that book, and I've been reading that book. I mean, they look almost the same, right? But that tiny little change completely flips the script. So what's the deal here? Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly what's going on. First up, in this corner, weighing in with a focus on completion, we have the present perfect. Now, I like to call this one the result tense, and you're about to see why. It is all about the finish line. So here's the main idea. The present perfect's whole job is to link something that's already happened to right now. The key word, and I really want you to remember this, is result. It's not about the action itself. It's about the consequence of that action that we can see or feel in the present. And building it is actually pretty simple. You've got your subject, then you pop in have or has, and follow it up with the past participle of the verb. You know, words like finished, cooked, seen. That's the basic recipe. Let's see how this plays out. If you say, I've lost my keys, nobody cares about the dramatic story of how they fell out of your pocket. The point, the result, is that you're stuck outside your door right now. Or they've eaten all the cookies. The result? A very sad, very empty cookie jar. It's like checking something off your to-do list. Boom, done. And now for our second contender. In the other corner, focusing on the process, not the prize, it's the present perfect continuous. If our first tense was all about the result, this one, it's all about the journey. This is the action tense.
So what's its mission? Well, its whole purpose is to put a big spotlight on the action itself, especially how long it's been going on. We're talking about duration. The action started sometime in the past, and hey, it might still be happening, or it might have just stopped.
The formula here has a couple of extra ingredients you got to remember. You still use have or has, but then you add been plus the ing version of your verb. That little combo, been plus ing, that's your magic signal that we're talking about an ongoing process. Okay, so check this out. When you say it has been raining all day, the point isn't that the ground is wet. The point is the endless, nonstop action of the rain. And if you say, I've been cleaning the kitchen, you're explaining the activity itself, probably because you're exhausted and there's a sponge in your hair. Think of it like a loading bar on a video game. The focus is on the progress, the time it's taking. Okay, introductions are over. We've met our two contenders. Now it's time for the main event, the head-to-head showdown. Let's put these two side by side and really see what sets them apart. And this right here, this is the absolute heart of it. With the present perfect, the focus is the result, and the feeling is permanent. It's completed, done deal. But with the present perfect continuous, the focus is the duration, the action itself. The feeling is temporary, it's in progress. It's all about the process, not the final product. The good news is, grammar often leaves us little breadcrumbs to follow. I call these signal words. You see words like already, yet, or just. Those are huge clues you're probably talking about a completed result, the present perfect. On the other hand, if you see phrases that measure time, like for 2 hours, since yesterday, all day, those are practically screaming that you need the continuous tense. So let's circle all the way back to that first puzzle. Now it should be crystal clear. I've read that book is a statement of completion. It's finished. It's on your mental red shelf. But I've been reading that book. That tells a totally different story. That means you're in the middle of it. The bookmark is still wedged in there on page 82.
Okay, so this is all great, but how do you pick the right one when you're actually, talking? Let's boil this all down to a super simple checklist you can run through in your head.
Just ask yourself these 3 quick questions. Number 1, is the action totally finished? If the answer is yes, chances are you want the present perfect. Number 2, what's the most important part of what I'm trying to say? Is it the outcome, the result, or is it how long it took, the duration? And finally, number 3, are there any of those signal words we just talked about? Look for those little clues. They will guide you to the right choice every time. So to wrap this all up, I want you to try it out right now. Think about your day. What have you done? What are those finished, checked off tasks? Maybe you've answered 10 emails. And then, what have you been doing? What's the activity that has been filling up your time? Maybe you've been preparing for a meeting all morning. See the difference?
Once you start noticing this pattern, you really can't unsee it. Thanks for tuning in.